We think of flowers as something pretty, something to look at, and nothing more. A bouquet on the table, a splash of color in the garden, and that is all. But our ancestors knew a deeper secret. To the healers of the old world, flowers were not just beautiful. They were medicine, gathered with care, dried in the rafters, and brewed into remedies that soothed and comforted across thousands of years. Hidden inside those delicate petals is a quiet power we have very nearly forgotten. Today, I am going to help you remember it. Let me be honest with you right from the start, the way a good friend would. No flower on earth is going to heal you in a single instant the way a fairy tale might promise. But the gentle, genuine comfort these blossoms can bring, and the long history of care they carry, is real and well worth knowing. One important word of caution first. Only ever use flowers you know to be safe and grown without chemicals, never the ones from a florist's bouquet, which are often heavily sprayed. When in doubt, buy dried culinary or tea-grade flowers from a trusted source. With that promise between us, let me walk you through 7 healing flowers. We begin with Calendula, the bright golden-orange blossom often called pot marigold, perhaps the most beloved healing flower of them all. For centuries, healers across Europe treasured calendula for the skin, infusing its petals into oils and salves to soothe minor scrapes, chapped hands, and irritated skin. It is gentle enough for nearly everyone, and to this day it remains a cornerstone of natural skincare. A simple calendula-infused oil, rubbed gently into dry or weathered skin, is a remedy your great-grandmother would have made in her own kitchen without a second thought. The petals are edible too, bright and slightly peppery, scattered across a salad or a soup, which is how they earned the old nickname of poor man's saffron. The second flower is one whose scent alone can calm a racing heart, lavender. Those slender purple spikes have been used since the time of the ancient Romans, who added them to their baths for relaxation. The very name comes from the Latin word for washing. Lavender is most treasured today for its remarkable calming power. Simply breathing in its soft, sweet aroma has been shown to ease tension and quiet the mind, and a cup of lavender tea or a few drops of its scent near the bedside has helped countless people drift more gently into sleep. It is peace, distilled into a flower. A small sachet of dried lavender tucked beneath the pillow is one of the oldest sleep remedies there is, and it costs almost nothing at all. Our great-grandmothers kept it in their linen drawers, and they slept the better for it. Third, we have echinacea, the purple coneflower, with its striking petals and tall spiky center, a flower native to North America and used for generations by the indigenous peoples of this land. They turned to echinacea as the cold season arrived, and that tradition carried right into the modern world. It remains one of the most popular herbal remedies on earth, brewed into teas and taken at the first hint of winter sniffles to support the body's natural defenses. A beautiful flower in the garden, and a trusted friend when the cold winds begin to blow. The fourth is chamomile, those small, cheerful, daisy-like blossoms that have soothed humankind for thousands of years. There is a reason chamomile became the bedtime tea of half the world. It contains gentle compounds that calm the mind and ease the body toward rest, working softly on the same pathways that many sleep remedies target, but without the heaviness the next morning. A warm cup an hour before bed, the steam rising in the quiet of the evening, is one of the oldest and kindest rituals we have. Sometimes healing really is that simple. Number 5 is hibiscus, the bold, ruby-red flower that brews into a tart, refreshing, crimson tea enjoyed across the world, from Egypt to the Caribbean. Beyond its beautiful color and bright flavor, hibiscus is rich in those protective antioxidant compounds, and modern research has taken a genuine interest in the way hibiscus tea may gently support healthy blood pressure. Served warm in winter or cold over ice in summer, it is a flower that delights the senses and quietly cares for the heart at the very same time. The sixth is the rose, far more than a symbol of love and romance. For thousands of years, the petals of the rose have been used in healing traditions across the world, infused into waters, oils, and teas. Rose has long been valued for soothing the skin and gently lifting the spirit, and the simple act of breathing in its scent has been used to ease worry and sorrow. Rose water remains a beloved remedy for calming and refreshing tired skin. There is a reason this flower has stirred the human heart across every age. It nourishes far more than the eye. And finally, the seventh, the elderflower, those delicate clusters of tiny, creamy white blossoms that bloom on the elder tree before its dark berries ever appear. For generations, country healers brewed elderflower into teas and cordials, reaching for it during the cold and fever season to help the body through. It has a light, sweet, almost honeyed fragrance, and there is something deeply nostalgic about it, the taste of an old-fashioned summer. Like the elderberry that follows it, the elderflower has earned a treasured place in the traditions of folk healing. If an elder tree grows near you, it offers two gifts each year: the flowers in late spring and the dark berries in late summer. A small seasonal rhythm our ancestors lived by and looked forward to. Now let me speak gently to those of you caring for someone you love. Perhaps you are looking after an aging parent, or a partner whose rest is broken and whose spirits have dimmed, and you feel that quiet ache of wishing you could ease their days. I see you, and I want you to know that the smallest gestures carry the most weight. A warm cup of chamomile or lavender tea brought to the bedside, a little calendula salve smoothed onto dry and tender skin, a vase of fragrant roses set where they can be seen. These are real and tender acts of love. Beauty and gentleness are their own form of medicine, and offering them with patient hands says, without a word, "You matter to me." Never underestimate the healing in that. When someone is unwell, so much of their world can shrink down to clinical things, pills and appointments and worry. A single fragrant flower by the bedside, a fragrant cup of tea, a moment of softness in a hard stretch, can remind a person that there is still beauty in the world and that they are still very much a part of it. That reminder, sometimes, is everything. But honesty demands that I say this plainly. These healing flowers are companions to well-being, not replacements for proper medical care. They are not a reason to skip the doctor, and they are not a cure for serious illness. Some flowers can interact with medications, trigger allergies, or be unsafe during pregnancy. So before you add anything new, please speak with your physician or your pharmacist, especially if you are already taking something. And once more, only ever use flowers you know to be safe and free of chemicals. Wisdom means enjoying these gifts with both love and good sense. So the next time you pass a garden in bloom, or you catch the scent of lavender on a warm afternoon, look a little closer and see what your ancestors saw. Not just beauty, but comfort. Not just color, but care. For most of human history, a garden was not only a feast for the eyes, it was a medicine chest, a tea cabinet, and a quiet source of solace all at once. These healing flowers have soothed and gladdened the human heart for thousands of years, and they were never truly lost, only overlooked, mistaken for mere decoration in a world that forgot how to use them. They are still blooming, still offering themselves freely, still waiting for someone willing to remember what they truly are. Brew the tea, breathe in the scent, plant a few where you can see them, and stay with me, because the gentlest corners of the old world still have so much healing left to give.